Okay, welcome back to my channel, guys. Today is a day. That's it. It's just a day. No, so today I wanted to talk to you guys, just give you a little bit of a Stella update. I think the last time I really brought up Stella or talked about Stella's medical issues or doctor's appointments or anything like that was my introduction video when we were in the hospital. So I haven't really talked about anything since then, and it's been about 2 months. So I thought I'd just give you a little update on how our girl is doing and different things that we've been struggling with and talking about, and just like milestones she's hitting. So it's like a little Stella update. How fun. Before we start, make sure you subscribe down below if you want to keep up with our special girl and our special family. So subscribe down below and turn on those post notification bells so you can be kept up with on our lives. So let's get on to the video. Okay, let's start out. So let me just do like a refresher. So Stella has, the umbrella term is a ciliopathy disorder. My mom believes she has the senior Loken's disorder. Doctors say she has Sensenbrenner, but she doesn't show any signs of having Sensenbrenner. If you were to look it up, there are very distinct characteristics that Stella doesn't have. And then if you would look up the senior Loken, she pretty much has exactly what that describes. So we believe she has senior Loken, which is blindness and renal kidney failure. So like I said, Sensenbrenner. And then just to describe a little bit more, she has the blindness in her eyes, so she can't see at all. We have an appointment coming up January, February time with the ophthalmologist who will hopefully be able to do more tests now that she's a little bit older, and hopefully she'll be need glasses so she can see, but as far as we know, she can't see at all, and there's very small chance that she'll ever be able to see. So that's where that's at. And then she has the renal kidney failure. And so we have started, so at our last doctor's appointment, Stella, we do labs every time we go, and Stella's labs, her normal labs for potassium, and her, all her electrolytes, I'm sorry, I just blanked on all her electrolytes. They came back looking better for Stella. Those numbers would be bad. What they came back as is a bad number for most kids her age, but for Stella they're going down, which is good. But what was wrong was her hemoglobin is low, extremely low, and this is kind of where I lose track because they start talking and I don't understand. But certain electrolytes added up equals how soon they should start dialysis, and the key number they look at of these electrolytes added up is 15, and Stella's out of 17, so we're starting to look into dialysis. So like I said, her hemoglobin's low. So that means that we have to start giving her shots every 3 days, which is hard. I mean, no one ever wants to give their baby a shot. No one really ever wants to make their baby feel pain. But we did it for the second time. We kind of struggled with insurance to get it. But we finally did yesterday, and so we were able to give it to her for the second time, and it's getting easier each time, and I think she's okay. It didn't hurt her too much. And then once we start doing that, I think they're gonna have to put us on iron supplements to boost those up with the hemoglobin. But we are just waiting to see where her labs are after taking this shot for a certain amount of times, or it's a certain amount of yes. And then so we're starting to think about starting her on dialysis. And I think we're just gonna talk about it next time we go in, which is on the 19th. And we'll see where her labs are then. But if we were to do it, we have to get her PD catheter put in her side 2 weeks before we would want to start dialysis. So I think we're looking at January or February to put that in. And it'll be easy to do dialysis, or easier than most people have when doing dialysis, because most of the time you have to go into the hospital, whereas with Stella we'll be able to run it at night for 10 hours, and she'll be able to do it at home. It's as easy as it's going to be, which is nice. It's rough. It's another surgery that I would love to not have for Stella, but it's what's going to keep her healthy and what's going to keep her happy. So yeah, we're thinking about January, February. So that's all really for her medical. She does have just the normal 9-month appointment coming up soon, even though she'll be 10 months a couple days after. We're a little behind. That's okay. And then, on a more happier note, we're working with our PT and our the lady from the School of the Blind, and they've been just wonderful in helping us with teaching Stella how to do certain things and just helping her reach those accomplishments that she should be reaching. We are working on sitting at tables. So I actually worked with the lady from the School of the Blind in making this. So it's just something to let her play with while she's sitting at a table. So it's just that material you put in drawers, and it's like the sticky so it doesn't move. And then it's just different patterns on top, or different fabrics on top to for Stella to play with while we're out. And then we also have, they gave us this blanket a while ago. This is all to help with her sensory. This is just to help her, every patch is a different fabric, and so she loves it, and it just gives her that little sensory output, something to do with her hands. We're working on crawling, which is great. She is doing all the right things to start crawling and showing that she wants to crawl. It's just getting her there. So she rolls like crazy, and she'll get on her stomach, and she's starting to push up with her hands, which is extremely exciting, because when you're blind, your hands are your eyes, and you don't want to shove your eyes into the floor, is how we describe it. But the fact that she's pushing up is really exciting, because that's one more step closer to walk or to crawling. And she'll also start moving her right hand and her left foot at the same time, which is another sign that she's ready to start crawling. Let's see. She's starting to sit pretty well on her own. She'll get distracted and kind of wobble. She still kind of has that round butt. What else? She loves to stand. She still needs help, but she loves to stand and jump and be tall. She's a big talker. Our PT is very impressed with how she's talking. They say if she can just get a little more hang of eating foods, that she'll start to make the ma sound, which is great for me, because all she says is dada, and it's really upsetting. But we're slowly inching closer to just her not being a normal baby, but hitting those milestones that most babies are hitting. And we're hitting them, but we're just slightly behind. She does have 7 teeth, and she's getting another one on her bottom. And it's crazy, like the first 2 sprouted up on the bottom, and then 4 all started coming at the same time on top, and then now she's just getting that extra one. So I guess she's getting 7. She had 6, she's getting 7. Excuse my math. So that's really exciting. But she's a typical baby in that sense, where it does hurt, and she very much is upset. And she's starting to grow more. I'm sorry, she's sitting over there, so I'm just watching her. She's sleeping finally. She's starting to get more hair, which is great because she's been like a little bald baby. And her funny story, actually, we here in Bellingham, they do a Jingle Bell walk, and we have participated in it like as long as I can remember. And this year we were gonna do it, and I overslept, and I was trying to get Stella ready, and she was naked, and I had her tube, because she was had her G-tube attached to the attachment for the pump, and I had it between my fingers, and Keely came over to help me with her, and she took Stella, and I still had it between my fingers, and her G-tube popped out. And it took me a minute to realize it popped out, but when I did, I like freaked out, and we had to go get it replaced, and the hospital didn't have any supplies they needed, which was really irritating. And like it didn't really seem like they knew what they were doing, which was also really irritating. We didn't go down to Children's. They would have known what they were doing. But it was just an irritating experience where it took longer than it should have. But Stella's okay now. They got it replaced, and Stella's healthy and still thriving. Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick little update. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a quick little update about our girl, like how her doctor's appointments have been going, and how, like, what our next step is with doctors, and how she's improving and thriving. And I just wanted to kind of like update you guys and get you more involved in Stella's life. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you reach this point, why don't you comment down below if you like this type of video, and if you would like to see another one in a month or a couple months, or if you would like me to start doing like monthly Stella updates. So yeah, it's good to talk to you guys. See you next time. Bye! Christmas time is here. Look at this weird ass pillow. I bought it because it's weird. Good reason to buy things.